And in our top business story, among the discussions at the 11th Government and Leading CEO Conference today was the large number of young people expected to join the workforce over the coming years. That will dramatically alter the talent landscape of the region over the next decade. Regional and global CEOs, board members and executive directors of corporations attended the conference, which was held under the theme of empowering executive leadership and potential in global economy. Panellists led discussions on HR visions of businesses towards 2020 in regards to innovative leadership and creating cross-sector partnerships. Among the top discussions was the importance of developing the talent pool and retaining it for sustainability. Experts speaking at the conference highlighted that by 2020, 70% of the population in the Arab world will be under the age of 30, which will require the creation of 85 million new jobs. One of the challenges that Arab countries currently face is a gradual shift towards private sector roles and narrowing the gap between education and employment. For governments to overcome these challenges, they now need to look towards enhancing the human capital infrastructure.
I think you've got to look at it at three levels, and I think the leadership aspect at those three levels is really about role modelling, okay? And I think you've got to look at it from a national perspective and getting the right environment in place, creating the right talent landscape where productivity and competition is going to become more important. And I think we can think of some government leaders who are role models themselves in that regard. I think at the organisational level, you've got to role model in a way that's going to build your employer brand, so people are going to want to be attracted, to stay, be engaged, be developed in your organisation for the longer term. But critically, I think is also at the individual level. I think increasingly the younger generation from our research are not looking for other people to give them the opportunity. They're going to create their own opportunity. And it's really up to the older generations to create the space for them to do that.
Much of the emphasis has been placed on the leadership to create a corporate culture aimed at nurturing talent and bridging the gap. According to experts, business leaders have to set a clear vision and continue to drive the corporate culture of developing future leaders, employee motivation and retention of expertise within their companies.
It needs a clear vision for the leader, where we are actually going, how to implement this vision, how to actually come up with a structured implementation plan that we can actually develop the leaders and create the knowledge base that we can create sub-leaders under the CEOs and the general managers. Actually, we need to create the culture itself, the corporate culture, so that we can deal actually with what's going to happen in 2020. You're talking about 85 million in the Arab world. That's a huge number. And specifically if you're talking about the young aged who are coming in the workforce, they need so much of motivation at the work, they need so much development. The academic institutions, being it schools, colleges, universities, institutions, today we have a huge gap between the academic and the practical implementation. But we already started in this area to close that gap, actually.
Abu Dhabi-based TAQA has announced the successful signing of a $200 million Samurai loan facility. According to news agency WAM, the 5-year loan was arranged by Bank of Tokyo Mitsubishi UFJ at a competitive 60 basis points over Japanese yen LIBOR and has been fully swapped into US dollars by Mitsubishi UFJ Securities. The funds will be used to refinance a portion of TAQA's upcoming $1.2 billion bond maturity. Stephen Kersley, the Chief Financial Officer at TAQA, stated that this is the first part of their 2014 refinancing operation. And the Samurai loan brings in a new pool of liquidity for TAQA at extremely competitive rates. Dubai's hospitality market posted a 10% jump in average room rates in January this year compared to the same 2013 period, according to a new research report. This comes despite the addition of over 2,780 new hotel rooms to Dubai's room supply within the 4- and 5-star hotel segments. The report by Ernst & Young revealed that the overall hospitality market recorded an average occupancy rate of 87% in January this year, a slight drop from January 2013 of 2.6%, but far outpacing the regional rate. Yusuf Waba, the MENA head of transaction real estate, stated that the market saw a jump in average room rates from $308 in January last year to $337 in January of this year, resulting in an increase in revenue per available room of 6.2% over the same period. Waba added that the performance of Dubai's hospitality market improved month on month, with average occupancy growing by approximately 5%, coupled with an increase in average room rate.